I don't know if any of you have seen it. Clearly, you have. What? You did? Hey, how you doing? That was. Yeah, I know. You know, I kind of thought you did too, but I didn't want to make a mistake. May 1, that's where I met John Sayles. Where are you? Who asked me the question? There you are. That's where I met John. I was cast in May 1, and it was my first movie. And I thought they were all going to be like that. So that was the hardest part, was moving on from May 1. John Sayles is a genius. He's a genius. He understands the story he's telling, the way he's going to shoot it, what he needs out of it, the simplicity of it, you know, almost before there's a word on the page. So by the time I got to Passion Fish with him, I already had a deep and profound trust, and the way I found out about Passion Fish was I was attending a play in New York, and we were going, and John was there, and David Strathairn, who I've been in many projects with, was in the place. We were going to see it in an intermission. John leaned over to me and he says, I think I got another movie for you. And I said, oh great. He goes, yeah, it's a fantastic part. I said, really? He goes, yeah, it's this really, really bitter paraplegic actress. I said, whoa, sounds like a great role. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, I am writing you a great role. And May Alice was probably one of the greatest roles I've ever played, because her pain was profound, physically and mentally. And the preparation for it required me to spend a lot of time prepping with some really wonderful people in Los Angeles who were paraplegics and who functioned beautifully in the world. And they taught me so much about physical disability that I didn't have a clue about. It was very humbling, and I stopped being afraid of it. And I think anything that teaches you not to be afraid of anybody's situation in life is a real gift, because that is the only thing that's separating us from each other is fear. And I stopped being afraid in Passion Fish of, you know how sometimes when we see people who are struggling with something and we may not get close to them, we may not say anything because we feel fear, but we don't know why. And so that was the real gift to me. I stopped being afraid of understanding, appreciating, knowing, and imagining myself as a disabled person. That was a real gift to me. So that was the best part.